Greetings everyone. I'm going to try and do a unboxing video. This is I'm pretty excited about this. This is a 135 Combat Armor Dougram version GT DX Complete Edition. This is not the basic edition. You can tell the difference because one comes with the jetpack over the shoulder cannon, one does not. This one also comes with the figures. So I will try my best to slowly unbox this thing. There might be some skipping around, so I apologize. If you look at the box, the cover art is really good. This is Playmax 10th Anniversary, Max Factory. The Dougram art looks pretty awesome. 135, I do a lot of regular armor vehicles, like real world. So 135 is a scale very, very familiar to me. Sorry, I'm doing this on my coffee table, so apologize for the mess. This is just some side art on this. So this is the other side of the box. Again, get to see some more nice shots standing. Again, get to see some close-ups of the actual figures. What's kind of interesting is I watched the show the other day and I was like, I didn't know how they were going to do these figures because the animation on the show is a little dated. But if you look at this bottom panes, it's almost like they took the figure art from like a graphic novel or something like that. And I'm sure there's people out there that are far more into Fang of the Sun Dougram than I am. Full disclosure, I'm a huge Battletech fan, so this is technically the Shadowhawk for me. So apologize if I butcher this. But anyway, it does look like they looked more at the graphic novel for the art. And I think if you look at the figures, I think the figures mimic the graphic art far more than they ever did the animation, which is a huge boon for me because these figures look great. Okay, so this instruction booklet was actually on the bottom, so I'll come back to this in a minute. You have a lot. This entire box is full of sprue. None of it's molded in color at all. So, sprue number one, mostly leg parts, foot parts, things like that. Probably one of my favorites. I like painting figures. So I'm trying to focus on this, but if you look at, there is some assembly required on the figures. Even the kind of goofy looking figure, I think, kind of the Samoan looking dude. Even that guy looks good. So I was kind of weary about what that guy was going to look like, but he's a good sculpt right now. Looks like weapon sprue. A couple small sprues here. There are a few miscellaneous sprues, like obviously the joints, the leg joints and the arm joints are molded in a different color. This looks like more weapons pieces. This looks like minigun parts. See, this is hard to tell. Again, this looks like some possible maybe leg joints and weapon joints. Definitely hip and back joints. These look like structural and movement parts. You can kind of see how it's piling up. The second figure sprue, which is pretty awesome. Obviously the rocket launchers, which were technically molded in red. Most of the Dougrams, they had sort of red pieces. So there are a few molded in color. These are some of the lifting points that you see. So I kind of lied a little bit. There are a few molded in color pieces, but not many. The backpack, the massive backpack with the massive back cannon that Dougram is famous for, sort of his finishing move on. Cockpit glass. Looks like a couple pieces there. Also looks like some other pieces. Not sure. Pop caps. Lots of them. Squishy, squishy pop caps. And hip baffles, arm baffles. Pretty awesome. And I was pretty leery about the decals, but these do look like water slide. At first, it looked like they were going to be pull and peel. These definitely look like water slide. If they were pull and peel, I was like really leery about how I was going to put that together. These definitely are water slide. And then lastly, obviously Kryn himself in pilot mode as the last sprue. So what's this book look like? Well, let's just flip through it. Some quick assembly, normal parts list. You can kind of see why I thought it might be pull and peel, because it kind of looks pull and peel on the instructions. Normal mode. Some basic paint instructions and things like that. Nothing super shocking and revealing as far as this goes, but just a lot more parts. I mean, the last time I built this particular kit was the old Revell Robotech kit from 1984. It was super floppy and had a lot of open joints. So this is a shocking amount of parts for the same subject. Again, figures. If you're not into painting figures, then I don't think this kit's going to make you super happy. Although they are, if you just wanted, they are molded kind of in flesh tone, so you could probably get away with a little bit of painting. Beautiful paint diagrams. And they also did, you know, what the figures look like. If you haven't watched the show or seen the anime or the graphic novel or comic books or whatever they got put out. And then, you know, the backpack being a slightly different color than the rest of the Dougram. Some beautiful line drawings. I mean, really great. These will be, I'll probably end up scanning some of these and just putting it on my computer, because these are great. Just awesome. Again, more line drawings. I don't know if these articulate fully the way that they are in the line drawing, but just a level of detail that we haven't seen on some of these Dougram items. I mean, look at the feet, for God's sake. Like, that's awesome. And then even the backpack, like, just cool. I'll probably end up using some Google Translate on what this is. I envision this as probably some of the designer notes and things like that. It does show the non-deluxe model, which comes with some sort of crab arm and not much else. But the yeah, obviously this is the better version with a lot of different stuff. Looks at the articulation in the head. And again, more of the line drawings. Shows it being built. These are some of the, obviously something that, one of the prototypes that got built for some of the shows over in Japan, I believe. And these guys just kind of building it. Looks like having a good time. The actual photograph model and the non-GT version. And that's about it. If you can get a hold of this thing, it's a little pricey. I think I paid well over $120 for this thing. But if you look at how much Dougram kits cost, period, for kits that are much smaller, This is pretty, this is a big kit, man. It's going to be, compared to like some of the more slender Gundam kits in the same price range, this is going to stand out. If you want to put this in, I kind of look forward to maybe buying the Crusher Joe tank, the Galleon tank, and putting it next to it, because that's a 135 scale tank too. This would be pretty cool. This is going to look cool in anybody's, especially if you're into mecha and you want something that's going to stand out in a kind of large robot collection. I mean, look at the sprues on that. Just a pile of sprues. So anyway, that's what I got. I hope you like this unboxing, and I hope this sheds some light on what this kit looks like. If you're on the fence about buying it, I would say go for it. If you're a big robot model kit fan, I'd say do it. If you're a Dougram fan, I would say you gotta have it. So that's it. Eventually I'll put this thing together, and maybe I'll run through the build. Right now I got too many projects on my bench, but that's the unboxing for now, guys. Thanks much for watching, and have a great day.